Hello guys, I'm sure that you came to watch my video because you'd like to have one team for all. Yeah, that's my intention right here. I've done one team for all the main dungeons. The main dungeons that I'm talking about are totally the dungeons where it's possible you get the positive and negative runes, okay? That include Ancient Battlefield and Heretical Ruins. And a part of it, you have also the graves, all the graves. Grave of Rot, Grave of Curse, and Grave of Venom. So, I prepare one team for all. But if you do not have the heroes that I'm going to show to you that I used in all these 5 battles, guys, just keep attention about how I built all these heroes, because the way that I built these heroes can be good for you. Set up your team according to the heroes that you would like to have to compose, to prepare one team for everything. Okay, so let's start first here. I'm going to start with the Ancient Battlefield because, in my opinion, this battle here is one of the hardest in terms of these dungeons. Okay, it's not easy to fight against this boss because he hits harder, and of course you would like to your team survive and you kill also this boss in a fast way. Okay, so I'm going to start first here. Let's go to this boss. This is the boss, Gruentius, the Soul Devourer. So let's go here, and I'm going to show now my team, the team that I built. Let's start first with my tank. The tank that I'm using here is Ardreth. So if you guys know well, Ardreth is one of the best legendary heroes in Dragonheir. It's possible you get her in the 2nd season. I suggest you to get her. If you are a new player here, if you go to watch this video, do not miss the opportunity to have Ardreth because she's amazing. So how I built Ardreth on this battle? So guys, as you can see here, you have the Oasis Garden Cutlass. Why you have to use this specific equipment right here? This equipment actually you can farm when you're gonna be fighting against Xenos, okay? But this equipment is good, guys, because 3 pieces of this equipment gives to you survivability. And how the survivability involves: when the wearer HP is higher than 60%, the damage taken will be reduced by 25%. Okay, so that's good. The hero can survive well with this equipment right here in an extreme situation. In terms of mythical artifacts, guys, I suggest you, if you already have the Solar King's Horn, go and get input these Solar Kings to work in terms of Ardreth, because Ardreth is going to help your damage dealer or damage hero to do a very nice damage, right? In terms of the boss, where you kill the boss fast enough, in a fast way, you know. And this Solar Kings is really good. So if you don't know how is important about these mythic artifacts, just have attention about the videos that I have here on my channel, because I explain about the main good artifacts that you have to have in your account for part of the mythicals, legendary, epics, and also there are videos that I'm talking about these artifacts right here. Okay, so this is the hero in terms of tank hero. Now let's go here in terms of supporter. Supporter, I'm using Rose. Why I start to put Rose right here on this scenario? Rose, guys, she is very interesting, and she's also very flexible. Why she is very flexible? Because according to her skills right here, as you guys can see, you know, I'm going to show here, she can say spell 4 times in terms of the ultimate skill. That's good for she plays also attack down, you know. But it's not just about that, you know. Meanwhile, she's gonna be healing allies, 2 allies, with the currently lowest percentage of HP. Okay, and on the top of everything here, the hero casts the spell 1 extra time for every 100 enlightenment. They have up to 6 times. Okay, and another thing is she dispelling 1 debuff from the target. Okay, so that's really good. And what I've done, because she does this right according to her skill, she dispelling 1 debuff from them. This is according to the hit. Okay, and then she hits here 4 times, as you can see, for between 4 to 6 times. All right, so that's nice. According to better skill here, she recharge speed penalty. That can also helps in terms of survivability for you be able to bring back the HP of your heroes for them not to be killed easily. And in terms of passive skill, when the hero has a buff, the enemy cannot resist the buffs inflicted by the hero. Okay, she's amazing, she's a nice supporter, she can be really useful, but press attention now in terms of the equipment that I start to place on her. I am using the Tunnel King's clock. Okay, this clock here, guys, you guys can get fight against the Grave of Rot. Why this clock is amazing? The wearer has an additional 50% chance of dispelling one buff from the enemy when inflicted the buffs on them. Okay, this can be really good. She's good not just in terms of this boss Gruentius, but also in terms of Xenos or even any other boss that use specific buffs to improve their attack. Okay, so guys, it's nice to have this mythical artifact right here. And of course I placed the serial because the serial here, if you have opportunity to put a debuff, your ally is going to have 50% attacks up, you know, that's why. So she is the one with the Witch Remains. Is another very good mythical artifact that you also have to have in your account. Actually, you have to have this Witch Remains as totally mandatory as the first option in terms of mythical artifacts that you have to have that you have to get playing Dragonheir in the, you know, in general. You have to have this artifact in your account. This is our first option in terms of mythicals. Now let's go here talk about Astay. Astay coming with the 4th season. Okay, she is fantastic hero, and I place you also here the serial to improve attack, you know. But what is good about this hero, you know, what is good about this hero is because this hero also can heal. You know, see here, she summons a domain, lasts for 10 seconds. She also plays defense down permanently, so that helps your team to have insane damage, helps your team to kill the targets in a fast way, you know, in terms of graves, in terms of bosses as well, improve the damage in terms of bosses. You know, she is very good, you know, so she's totally unique in the game. She came with the 4th season, and then like she actually is one of the meta heroes that everybody would like to have in the game because of this amazing performance that she can give to you if you decide to use her, if you have the opportunity to have this hero in your account. Okay, guys, that's the main case right here. But look at this. I start to place on her these mythical artifacts, the Massive Colossus, that you are also able to get in Grave of Rot. Is another mythical artifact equipment. Okay, guys, look. The wearer dispel one debuff from themselves when they cast their ultimate skill. This can help in survivability. Like, let's say you guys can use this equipment right here for the clan boss. You know, you can use against the Grave of Rot as well. He's going to work it right there. Or specifically some bosses in terms of Fame Meander, you know. You decide. Even in the arena can also be interesting. So I start to place this mythical here, and then this mythical helps in terms of the job. No, and now in terms of the other equipments right here, I use on the way where she has survivability, because this also matters. Many when talk a gear about Gruentius because he hits hard, okay, and you don't want to lose these heroes in battle. Another supporter here she's also a healer is Felocia. Why I decided to bring Felocia, guys? Because she has damage reduction and control immunity, you know, according to her ultimate skill. But she also heals, okay? She also gives a shield apart of that, but she also heals, you know, and she also put defense up in terms of your ally team. You know, she's an amazing hero. She can help us a lot, you know, but I start to place on her the Chest of Radiance that came out with the 4th season. Guys, this is fantastic. You know, if it's possible you place in your healer, this chest right here is going to help you in the game on the way that's possible, improve your attack, improve your defense, you know, and you have amazing performance. That's why, you know, the main objective here is for a part of what she does in terms of buffs, but in terms to help also with damage as well, you know, part of my team. And my damage dealer, she's using also another mythical artifact that came with the 4th season, that the Poison of Swamp, that for me is the best one in the game right at the moment. And now she's wearing here the Dominator helmet that actually is very good between the lightning heroes. And I'm using here the Precision Carnage Gauntlet. These groves, guys, these groves here helps in terms of damage. If you like with the clan boss, you know, you guys have to use in a move. We'll try to farm this mythical here, draw the Grave of Venom. All right, so this is how I built this hero. And in Orphana, she can do the work by herself. You know, she does high damage in the same way like some other crazy legendary exclusive heroes do in the game. So you guys can use her if you have her. But again, as you guys can see, this is how I built all these heroes here for the battles. You know, all these 5 battles, and they survive well between one battle to another. For me, like in terms of Gruentius, this is the most difficult one compared with the other bosses, you know, because here influence also survivability. Apart that you also have to kill the boss in the fast way, because if you do not kill him fast, he gonna be strong enough and he's going to improve his damage, and he's gonna be able to kill easily your heroes in a certain point. Okay, and of course you don't want that, you know. But this is how I built, guys. And what I'm considering here in terms of heroes, like you have my tank. He's also a healer. Okay, he improved defense of my team. You have this guy here that he also improve off heals, improve also in defense down. This is another one here that also improve of defense down, attack down influence a lot, many terms of the ultimate skill of the boss. You know, this one is for totally DPS, poor DPS, like to do very high DPS in the game. And survivability again, damage reduction here in totally included, you know. And she's also wearing here a mythical artifacts because the boss can stun the fastest hero on the battle, and also she's the one that's totally far from him, and he tried to stun her, but this avoided should that happen. Okay, and another crazy mythical artifact that you also have to have an account is, my opinion, is the Mist Conch. You know, for Mist Conch works actually for this hero it doesn't work. You know, the Mist Conch, I can change it here. You don't need to have a Mist Conch here. According to this hero, she can use something else here. I can place like the downpipe organ, improving, or better, I can place this for survivability. You know, I have an option here. If I place this one, it's gonna help a little bit in terms of damage, because actually, according to her ultimate skill right there, it's not all the time that she's going to apply defense down, you know. So for this here, for the Mist Conch work properly, it depends on some specific factors or part of her ultimate skill here. You know, I just forgot about this detail, even though you can see here all these kind of debuffs. But have a specific situation, summons the domain there, as you guys can see. You know, heals all allies, you know, and then when enemies within range gain buff, there is a 40% chance, as you guys can see, there is a 40% chance to replace the buff with a random debuff, you know. And then this is when then she gonna be able to apply the defense down. It's like, it's not an option. You guys can use the Mist Conch, but it's not an option. Okay, it's not an option. You guys can use the downpipe here, but that's the chances are, there is a chance it's possible that not happen. I'm gonna place it back there. Okay, So let's go now. Let's go to the battle. I start to use here the defense. I use for all these battles. So this is the first boss I'm gonna be fighting. So here you go. See, the boss started to become strong, guys. Look at that. You know, because he eliminates actually. He does like a some clean for part of the boss. Like he gets strong if you have buffs. He clean your buffs, and then he improve his attack. You know, that's what happened here in terms of his skill. You know, but if you have a very nice team to improve the attack and for you be able to kill fast, that can be good for you, you know. Oh, that's 44. Oh, how it works. Like Rosie does a very nice job. You know, as you guys can see, I didn't see working the conch. You know, that's why I was explaining here in terms of the battle itself. If you go to use the conch, okay, unless it's like if the hero really applies without many chances there the debuffs, and then there's a big chance that you're gonna be able to place those defense down. So that was the first boss. Let's go to the boss, this boss here right now. That is the Heretical Ruins boss, the Pheonix. And now I'm going to use the same team, guys. Okay, it's no different at all. It's the same team. As you guys can see, I didn't change anything. Just go to the battle and show everything that we have to show for this battle works nice. And this team here, guys, also have to be fast enough to kill the boss, because the boss has the minions, and the minions helps in terms of survivability of the boss, improving, putting back the HP for the boss. You know, it's like a healer. They are the healer in the battle. And of course, you don't want that happen. Look at the damage. Look at the damage that Orphena does. She is stupidly insane, you know, stupidly insane. It's like she's a nice hero. Everybody, like, if you have the opportunity to have Orphena, like, go and use her. Oh, this is the second battle. Heretical Ruins, totally done, you know. And now let's go to another battle. I go to the Grave of Rot. Grave of Rot. Here you go. Grave of Rot, guys. The big problem here in terms of the first season is the boss has a corrosion. Okay, you have to avoid your heroes be less than 50% there, because if you in terms of HP, because the boss is gonna be able to kill easily your heroes, you know. So survivability here also matters a lot. But if you have a nice team for part of heals and to improve attack down, defense down, like this team in here, you have damage reduction and everything. Okay, you know, you are totally ready to go. And this is the how I place in the battle my heroes in terms of positioning, because positioning is also is important in terms of this game when you play Dragonheir. you know, it's not different here. It's like you have to have a very nice position to fight against this boss. And the heroes has to be totally spread in the scenario, you know, in the battle. Oh, look at that, look at that. And another thing is, of course, you guys have to kill this boss in a fast way. Because if you kill fast with the boss, last chance you are going to have to lose any hero that you have in battle. So see, totally fast here, speed run, nice, totally smoothly, not totally constant. The team is very solid. You know, I have no issue here for part of this boss. Fight against this boss. Good. Let me see here. That's terrible. Okay, now let's go to the Grave of Course. Because Grave of Course, what you have there, you have Xenos. Xenos, he improves in terms of his attack for part of the buffs. You know, he is also steal buffs for himself. And that's what he does. But you can manage proper that, you know. So let's go here. Look at this, you know. This is Grave of Course with Xenos, you know. And I'd like to show something, guys. All this team here have this timing between Velocia and Rose. Why I have this timing for the first skill casting time? Because she has damage reduction, and what she have in terms of this skill here, control immunity. The boss has a control here, and of course you need to decrease the attack of the boss. You need to place the attack down, part of the defense down. So that's why this time here is going to work in terms of this boss. Okay, so let's go here, because if you don't have a time, guys, it's going to be very hard for you, and I don't want you guys have a surprise fight against this boss and your team dies suddenly because of, look at that, you know. We see that buffs, he improves attack, but Rose is totally prepared for such kind of that scenario. She can remove all that buffs, you see there, because she has what? Remember, she has a mythical equipment there, you know. And look at the damage. You do high damage there. This is like a speed run. And then you can kill easily the boss. Like, you don't need to worry much, you see. A fast way killing the boss, right? Very, very good performance here for part of the Grave of Course. And now let's go to the last boss for part of these graves. That's the boss in Grave of Venom, the Harp. You know, actually is the first boss that you have to fight to get equipment. And this boss here now for the first season, he's very complicated because she has a shield, you know, part of the damage that she does. But again, you know, if you have a high damage, guys, okay, because like you see all these force feeders there, if you have a high damage, actually Orphena can do a very nice work, you know, in terms of this battle. So you guys can go and fight with the same purpose here, you know. Damage influence a lot. See the shield, and just need to place it there, improve your survivability, defense down, attack down, and you're okay, you know, you're totally okay to go. And then remember, for the boss doesn't attack your supporters, you have to make sure that you have over 2 debuffs placed on the boss, because then the boss is gonna be only concentrating your tank hero. once you finish all the spheres around the boss, it's gonna be easier to kill the boss in a fast way. Like that's not taking longer, guys. You know, the shield is totally, I call like a mama shield is totally strong, but you can deal with that. You know, if you have a very nice DPS dealer, there's no chance for this boss. You know. So this is a big deal in terms of this team. As you guys can see, I'm doing easily just using one team for all, you know, for between all these graves. You don't need to care much, just use one team. And actually I've been using the same team for all the bosses in terms of the inventory mode as well, you know. Look at this, easy guys. And I got the opportunity to have here a mythical, but it's not good at this mythical anyway. So guys, this is exactly my video guide for all these bosses here, you know, using only one team for all between these main graves. You know, I believe that they are the main graves, because as all these graves that you have to farm what equipment to equip your heroes well. You know, that's what it is. You know, I hope that this video can be good for you, interesting for you. Just remember about what I said in terms of the count. I was using the count on my stay on, but actually she doesn't use it doesn't work well for her the count, you know, for a stay on. You guys can use something else for a stay on, and then you guys can also change the options there to put something else like the dust to improve your heart attack. You know, of course, depending on the battle, you know, because for the Gruentius you don't want to lose a stay on in any term, but you guys can use the mythical artifact right here, that is the dust pipe organ. You know, this one here instead, you know, downpipe organ, actually the downpipe organ, because that can be good for a stay on. That's going to improve the attack per part of your ranged heroes. If you have ranged heroes, and it's going to be very good for you, you know. So that's why I suggest you to do that, you know, just like one specific detail. But if you want to improve the survivability, for already have the Gatekeeper, go for the Gatekeeper, because she also heals, you know. It's not going to be like crazy heals, but she can do something that way. All right, anyway, I hope that you guys like my video. Just subscribe here to my channel if you didn't yet. I'd like to remind you that if you don't know yet, I'm also on TikTok, and now I decided to bring videos for TikTok as well, live videos, you know, more live videos, and I'm also doing live videos almost every single day. And today is going to be interesting, because today is going to be the last battle for part of the Pheonix of the 4th season here. In terms of the 4th season, we just left 5 battles to complete Pheonix. So you are totally invited to be here with me later on. All right. Anyway, again, guys, subscribe here to my channel. Give me the necessary support, and see you in the next video. Oh, leave your comment. Don't forget. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Order and chaos rolling in the multiverse. For thousands of years, their wars have never ended. Everyone has been involved in this war. So, where is your fate rolling to? Now, rolling in the Dragonheir world.